Revising hosted catalogs. This video provides instructions on how to edit items that exist in the P2P system as part of a hosted catalog. Please refer to the video entitled P2P, Hosted Catalog Submission Process, for instructions on how to submit new catalog items for processing. How the process works. On a bi-weekly basis, the existing P2P item master will be uploaded to SharePoint. End users can download the item master to easily reference, edit, highlight, and submit revised items to the eProcurement team for processing. Should you need a more current version of the item master, please send a request to eprocurement@pnkmail.com and specify the supplier catalog or catalogs of interest. Who can submit? Buyers and other supply chain members can edit the item master. However, it is necessary to adhere to the same submission process flow associated with submitting new catalog requests through commodity managers. Submission process flowchart. Requesters can access the item master on SharePoint, edit items, and submit them to the appropriate commodity manager for review. If the commodity manager agrees with the changes, he/she will submit the revised item master to the eProcurement team for processing. Similar to the process for submitting new catalogs, if the eProcurement team detects errors or omissions, then the eProcurement admin will send the file back to the commodity manager. The commodity manager may, in turn, submit the form to the requester for corrective action. When this process flows without disruptive errors or omissions, the admin will upload the file into the P2P system and provide the commodity manager with feedback. The commodity manager will update the requester. Of course, the commodity manager may be the position initiating the request, which eliminates one dimension. Accessing the item master. The item master is available internally on SharePoint by navigating to pnkportal/ using your Chrome browser. When the PNK portal renders, click Strategic Sourcing. Click Forms in the vertical menu in the left pane. Click the eProcurement folder that appears under the form header, and here you will see the latest version of the item master. This version is entitled items_02012017. This listing will be uploaded twice a month on the 1st and 15th, adjusted for weekends and holidays. Editing items. The item master is a snapshot of data values populating the production P2P system at the time the listing was published to SharePoint. The instructions for editing the items of interest using the listing provided is easy. Simply open the form, revise the values that require modification, highlight the affected records with yellow fill color, and rename and save the form. Next, route the form for review and acceptance through the appropriate commodity manager, unless you are the commodity manager, per the above described submission process. The last group to receive the form is the eProcurement team. The email address is eprocurement@pnkmail.com. Additional considerations. To facilitate the exercise of using the Excel form to edit items, I will present the most important considerations in the presentation that follows. Lookup tabs and values. The item master has additional resource tabs that provide lookup values for form fields that must match predefined values housed within the P2P system. Please reference the Commodities, UOMs, and Content Groups tabs when unsure which values qualify for entry in the Commodity, UOM code, and Content Groups fields of the item master. If these values are not exact per the lookup values provided for your reference, then the eProcurement admin will get system errors when attempting to perform the bulk upload. Even an extra space will cause errors, so please, no extra or trailing spaces. Locked fields. Fields that are not intended for revision are locked from edits. Examples of such fields include the original item name, supplier, contract number, item number, and image URL. The original item name is a unique identifier and must therefore be preserved to enable the administrator to link the records you submit to the items residing within the system. If you must revise the name, then please utilize the Revise Name field to enter an edited version of the original name. The revised name that you submit must be unique across the entire item master unless it is part of a unique item name/supplier combination. For example, you can have an item named Baking Dish Rectangle in Record 1 assigned to supplier 1063-Trimark Marlin LLC, as well as Baking Dish Rectangle in Record 2 assigned to the supplier 44973-Edward Don & Company. The supplier field is restricted from edits. You can utilize the active column to make items active or inactive as appropriate. Additionally, you can edit UOMs, prices, commodities, etc. for a given supplier. However, editing a supplier name alone suggests the need for an inactivation and/or the creation of another item with the correct supplier. Please ask an eProcurement team member for guidance as necessary. Contract numbers serve as a foreign key, effectively the link between the item master and the contract files and objects. Accordingly, the contract numbers field is locked from edits. The associated field that may need revision, however, is the Content Groups field. Use this field in concert with the Content Groups Lookup Values Reference tab to edit the visibility of the contracted item by removing or adding properties from the field. Make sure to delimit or separate properties with a comma when editing this field. The item number field is not relied upon in Phase 1 of the P2P project, i.e., the phase that is scoped for non-food and non-inventory. We have a few records that do have item number values, which the system prevents us from purging. Nevertheless, the item number field is locked from edits until further notice. Please note, however, that there is a Stratton Warren item number field. Again, this field is not relied upon as you're likely accustomed to with respect to the Stratton Warren system. In Coupa, this field is populated with legacy SWS item numbers merely as a reference, which links the item in the new system to the old system when applicable. The image URL field is locked from edits. Until we are able to procure web space for storing images, we must process them without referencing URLs. Please contact the eProcurement team to have images posted. Please note that the description field is required, but not all items have a description. First, we encourage the entry of a description. However, please enter a single period as the description value if truly no description beyond the item name is available. The remaining fields are either optional, intuitive, or have been covered in the complimentary video entitled P2P Hosted Catalog Submission Process. Please contact the eProcurement team if you have questions after reviewing both videos. Highlighting revisions. Once you have finished editing a record, highlight the record using yellow fill color. This is how the admin knows that a record needs to be refreshed in the production system. We will upload records highlighted with yellow fill color only. Do not use yellow highlighting for any purpose other than to communicate to the eProcurement admin that you need the item uploaded to replace existing data values. Also, please note that the eProcurement admin will upload entire records, not individual fields. Finally, you may wish to delete records not affected by your edits to reduce the file size and further clarify which items you need uploaded. Regardless, we upload items with yellow highlights only. You're done. Save the file with the name items_revised and the date in MMDDYYYY format, for example 02/01/2017, followed by _ the requester's name. The commodity manager's name will become known via their email submission to eProcurement. Thank you. Please don't hesitate to ask the eProcurement team questions.